guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Risa and today I'll be testing out the new Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2. If you guys would like to see this palette in action and see if I think it's worth it, please keep watching. This is what the palette looks like, and once you open it up you can see there's a lot of vibrant colors. I think the first 2 rows of this palette are more like everyday kind of eyeshadows, and then the bottom half of this, so the last 3 rows, are more of those like vibrant, super fun colors. I actually, just looking at it right now, I do like how, you know, there are different sections to this palette. So there's, you know, the neutrals, and then there's more of like the purples, and then there is like the reds and the maroons in the palette. And I think you can create like a whole bunch of different looks with this. It looks like a majority of the palette itself is matte, and then there are just a couple of shimmer shadows, which I like because I'm not a big shimmer eyeshadow person. I'd rather have like a super matte palette and then like 1 or 2 different shimmer eyeshadows. And I do like the fact that there's a black in this palette. I know some people don't like it, but I think having a black in a palette is just so important because you can literally darken up any look, and I don't know, I just like having a black. And then there is a bone colored eyeshadow, which is always useful for, you know, setting the lid or, you know, just brightening up any look. So I do like the fact that she thought of that and put both colors in. And then there's like a good range of bronze shimmer eyeshadows. There's a good range of, you know, matte like brown colors if you did want to use this just for like an everyday look. So far though, I will say I like the color range a little bit more in this palette than I did for her first collab, which, let me just bring the other one so you can compare. So this is her first palette, and then this is the second one. Personally, I like this palette more, the new one, just because I like the colors in it a lot more. This one does have the blues in it, but I don't know. There's a lot more shimmers in this palette, and to be honest, it's not really my favorite. I think I'm definitely going to like this one more. I'm just curious to see if there's a lot of fallout or how the pigmentation is on this because there are a lot of bright colors. I'm going to go ahead and swatch a couple of these for you. So let's swatch this yellow called No Joke. And then let's do Homebody. And then let's swatch Crazy and Stay True. Okay. Okay. So these colors are actually really pigmented. I think the yellow is a little bit patchy, but that's kind of what you can expect with any yellow. But actually when you build it up, the patchiness does go away. So far I think the quality of these eyeshadows is a lot better than any other Morphe palette that I have, or any other Morphe collab with Jaclyn that I have. So yeah, I do think it's a really, really nice palette, and it's very warm toned. I don't think there are any cool tones really in this palette. So it is really, really nice. So now that you've seen a couple of different swatches, let's just jump straight into the actual eyeshadow look so you can see these colors in action. I already went ahead and primed my lids with the P. Louise base and then set that with a little bit of powder, and I put a shit ton of powder underneath my eyes just because I already have my base makeup done and I don't know if these shadows are going to be super dusty or if there's going to be a lot of fallout, so I just don't want to have to redo this makeup, and hopefully there isn't a lot of fallout, but we'll see. So the first color I'm going to be using is the shade Therapy Sesh, and I'm using a really big fluffy brush, the R40, to kind of blend that into my lid. So first impressions on this eyeshadow, or at least this color, it blends out really, really nicely. It's pretty pigmented actually, and there is zero fallout. So I have literally nothing aside from this setting powder underneath my eyes. So far, so good. Now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This is the Morphe E17, and then the Not My Journey eyeshadow, which is slightly darker than the first shadow. And then I'm going to pack that on the outer third of my lid and then also into the crease. So now that I have the dark purple laid down, I'm going to just blend it out, make sure there are no harsh edges. I think that's pretty much it for the purple. So now I'm going to cut the crease using the new Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH48 brush and the P. Louise base. And I think I'm going to take the cut crease about halfway through my eyelid just because that's what it looks like in the pictures. Now using a e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm picking up the shade, I think I'm going to pick up My Man, and then place that right where I put the base down. I'm going to do the same exact thing to the other eye and I'll be right back. So I have the orange on my lids and now I'm just going to make sure that the purple and the orange blend into each other really nicely. In the pictures, it looks like she has like a shimmery color between the orange and the purple on her eye. So I think I'm going to use the shade I'm In It and put that right in the center. That's it for the eyeshadow on the top lid. I am quickly going to go wipe off all this extra powder and then do my eyeliner and eyelashes, and then I'll be back to do the bottom lash line. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to line my waterline using the Morphe pencil in Dark Room. Now using a tiny little bullet brush, this is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH52 brush, I'm going to pick up that light purple shade called Therapy Sesh and then run that along my lower lash line. And now using a flat brush, I'm going to pick up that dark purple color in Not My Journey, and then I'm going to run that like right up against the waterline. The last step for this eye look is to take that shimmer shade that we put in the center of the eyelid called I'm In It and just put that on the inner corners. Now I'm going to put mascara on my lower lashes, throw on a quick lip color, and then I'll be right back to share my thoughts on the palette. So this is how the eye look turned out. I actually really liked using this palette today. I think comparing it to all of the other palettes that I've used of hers, and all of her other collabs that I've used, or that I own, this is the one that I would recommend buying the most, just because it has the most usable colors in it, and then the actual eyeshadows in this are really, really, really nice. So I used a whole bunch of really vibrant colors, but they were pigmented, they blended out really nice, and then there was no fallout. Like, you guys saw the shit ton of powder that I had under my eyes. There wasn't even a little bit of purple that transferred below, or a little bit of orange. Like, there was no fallout from these eyeshadows, which is really, really impressive. So I would definitely recommend buying this palette. I think it's 100% worth it, just because honestly I had no issues with any of the eyeshadows today. If you guys like this review, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below of if you guys want to see me using this palette and creating other makeup looks, like recreating some of the other, like the red smoky eye or that yellow and pink eyeshadow look that she had for her actual campaign and the photo shoot. I'd love to recreate that for you guys. So thanks for watching. Bye.